general term, why we call the name called repository? Something you want to store, you will say it is a repository, right?
Yes.
Permanently. Am I right or wrong? Something you want to store, even you want to store your books in your shelf. Is it a repository of books which are available in the shelf? Can I say your shelf is a repository? Come on, guys, unmute and talk.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody unmute. Keep online. So the point here is, when I talk about technically repository, it is a terminology or a pattern where you will go and store your data permanently in the database. Clear my point?
Yes.
Clear my point? Whatever the data you are retrieving from the database, whatever the data you are trying to insert into the database, whatever the data you are trying to update to the database, whatever the data you are trying to delete from the database, you call the terminology called as repository. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay.
let's talk about how to build the repository. First, what is repository? Can anyone tell me? It is a place or container to hold a data permanently. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
To achieve repository concept in MVC core, concept in ASP.NET MVC core, we need to use entity framework core. What framework?
Entity framework.
Entity framework core. You all understand?
Yes.
You all understand?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what is entity framework? Why do we need an entity framework? What is entity framework? Can anyone answer this question? It is a framework provided by Microsoft to interact with the database as an object. Clear my point? What is object?
Yes.
What is an object? Why we call it as an object? Each record will be treated as object. Will be treated as object. Am I right?
Yes.
Makes sense?
Each
Technically,
record,
in
sir.
database, we call it as a record.
Sorry, sir. Each record or each like
Class.
table?
See, list of product model. It means that collection of project object model holded in a single object.
Yes, sir.
So here, each object will be considered as a record.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To implement entity framework, core, we need to install 4 packages from the Nugget package manager. 4 packages in NuGet package manager. Package manager. Number 1, just go here. You see there is a tools Nugget package manager. Say yes or no.
Yes.
You go here, you see there is a manage Nugget package, manage packages for solution. Click on that. You see there is a window saying that now here in the solution explorer, you see there is a dependencies. You have analyzer and framework, right? Say yes or no.
Sir, I
Yes
like
or
one.
no? Everybody. In the browse, you select, there is an entity framework core tools. Say yes or no. Say yes or
Yeah.
no. Entity
yes,
framework
yes.
was there. Select this entity framework. Go here. You see there is a version. In this, always a stable version is 8.0.6. Okay. 8.0.6. And then select the core 8.0.6. Why it is not installed? Select the project. Select the 8.0.6. Click install. No need to do anything. And then you will get all these things. Just apply. Accept. What will happen? It will get installed in your solution explorer as a packages. You see there is a packages is created as a dependency or not. Now if you go down, you see there is an entity framework, Microsoft.entity framework code.
Yes.
Say
Sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the files, everything related to the .NET. You no need to worry. Like that, you need to have tools. Where you need to have a tool. Same way, you go and select 8.0.6. Whenever you select the framework stuff, you need to select this install. And then apply, accept. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
So I have one question. If suppose our project is like old version, like 6, and in that case we want to upgrade that our application in 6 to 8. Then what kind of changes we need to do? Like package changes, I know. Package updation we need to do.
See, you need to,
Other than package.
1 second. First, you need to go and see if you're migrating into core, entire program.cs file need to have a change. Because the dependency files, everything will be in a different classes. You need to bring everything into program.cs file. You no need to change the controllers, action method, business logic, nothing. That is first point you have to make sure. Second point, is there any Nugget packages you are installed in your project? You need to see that which version of same package will be supported by .NET Framework Core 8 in the Microsoft window application site. You need to upgrade your package in such a way that every package should be reinitialized with the latest version. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
After that, you try to build it you will get a list of errors. It can be fixed. Maybe sometimes what happen, the older version containing classes may go down. So to handle that situation, you need to go for the newer version. Hold on a second. Chapama.
So I think you are speaking on mute.
Hello, sir. You are on mute, sir.
I'm sorry, guys. I forget. Just a second. So I made a mistake. I think you go here, you change into 8.6 version compatibility issue, and then install. Apply. So how many packages we installed so far?
3.
3. I think Rajni?
SQL, sir.
Yeah. I think you have one more to install, which is SQL. You need to take this one. You go and select 8.0.6 and then install. This is the one we'll talk to the database. So how many packages so far we installed, Ma?
4.
4 packages. What are all those packages? Microsoft dot
Entity
Entity
framework.
framework
4.
4 is one. Second one,
Entity framework
Microsoft.
4.
copy, paste dot tools,
Design. Restore.
dot
Design.
Design.
4 dot
Restore.
SQL server.
Server.
Right?
Yes, sir.
These many packages I need to install in my project and then try to build the project. Now, project is successful or not?
Successful.
Now, go to solution. Try to create a folder name. say repository. Clear? In this repository, I'm going to create a class name called product DB context. What is the name I need to have? Product DB context. Clear? Everybody clear?
Yes, sir.
Always we need to add a DB context.
I'm coming.
Many-
Don't be fast. Here, I'm going to call it DB context as a class. What I'm using? DB.
Okay.
Why it is not coming?
Need to be installed.
Current DB context.
be small and
No.
like that.
Control dot, then enter the.
No. You have to use here DB context option.
DB context.
No, it has to come with the DB context. You should have this class.
Yes.
Okay, DB context class. Okay, and then you need to have an override method where you need to implement on model creating. Clear my point?
Mhm.
Everybody clear?
Yes.
What this on model creating method will do is it will try to map and create object into table. Or you got my point? For that, here base dot no, I forget it. Yeah, model builder dot entity. What is your entity name? Product
DB20. DB20.
model. Product model is your entity, right?
Yes.
This is the model you want to store it in the table. Dot to table. Here you have to say products. This is the one will try to map your product with the table name, object with the table. This line.
Entity
this
framework.
statement map entity object into table. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, if you want to, after creating the table, you want to load some data by default. Clear my point? After creating the table, I want to load some data by default, right? Say sir.
Yeah.
So for that, here, model builder dot entity, I say product model dot has rows, has data. Okay. Here, new of product model object. Okay. There, you copy the one which you are having in the service layer. What is the service layer you are having? You prepared a data, right? Prepared the product data, right? You copy this product data, go to your context, paste it. Then copy the model, paste it. Now, you go here, take the second set of records, take the second set of records, build it. Now copy the model builder, paste, go to the third set of records. Copy this. Go to context, paste it. Now, did you prepare the data as well as model?
Yes, sir.
You got the data, you got the table mapping, you got the data for the table. Now this method is over. Where this method comes
sir.
from?
Hello, sir. Could you please repeat one more time?
See, this DB context has a override method called model creator on model creating. Clear my point? To overriding this method, I'm defining what is my product update model with the product table name. Clear? First, I'm creating a table in my database with the help of code first approach. After creating the table, do you need a data for the table?
Yes.
Do we need a data for the table or not?
Yes.
This
we
is
need.
called seed data. This is called what data?
Seed.
Seed the data.
Yes.
After seeding the data, you are here in top, you need to define a DB set. Public DB set of product model like this. Whenever you create object with the help of dot products, you will get the data directly from the database because of the DB set. Can anyone read this? A DB set can be used to query and save instance of the product model. Link you query against a DB set will be translated into query against the database. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
You all understand my point? Say yes or no.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, sir, I have table, I have data set, I have a product to run the query. From where to where it has to run the query? You need to create a relationship, right, with the database.
Yes.
Are we created a relationship so far?
No.
So can
Not
we
yet.
need to create a database relationship or not?
Yes.
For
We
that,
need to create.
you need to have a constructor. For that, you need to have a constructor. In the constructor, I'll come there. Keep this constructor ready. Build the project. Now, come again. Now, what is the next step is go to solution, go to app setting.json. Here, you need to have one more property called connection string. Here, you need to have database connection string. What is your connection string is product con. Clear my point? And
Yes.
save this. Let me take the database script. Narendra, batch 4. This is for Angular. Go to source code. Yeah.
That's fine.
You see there is a app setting.json. Open with the notepad.
Yeah.
You take this source as it is. Close it. Go to your solution. Paste it. You see here, you have a data source, you have an initial catalog. There I say product DB batch 5. This is the database I'm going to create. And I have a username, password, encrypt equal to false, right? You got the product connection string, product con? Say yes or no, ma?
Yes.
Clear? Everybody clear or not?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And then, do I need to register this DB context in my middleware or not? As a
Yes.
service.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what is the code I need to write here? Builder dot services dot add come on, I forget.
Add
the-
DB context.
Not. Product DB context. No, I'll come. Just a second. Sometimes everybody will forget. What right is asking registration.
Sir.
There you go. So what you need to do, builder dot service dot add DB context. Clear? In the add DB context, what is the context file you need to pass now? Product
DB context.
DB context. Here, you need to write a logic because you need to bring this context with the connection string or not. You need to build an object with the connection string or not. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So from where you are going to read the connection string? In the JSON file, right?
Certainly.
Am I right or wrong? For that, you go to the program file, you say options lambda expression options dot use SQL server. What database we are using?
SQL.
You got a
Use
use
SQL
SQL
server.
server. There you are going to pass the connection string. You got the point?
Yes.
At the time of creating object, this SQL connection string will be ordered by the object or not? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Come again.
Yes.
Come again.
Yes, yes, sir.
Please say
Yes,
yes
it
or
will
no.
hold.
Please say yes or no, ma. I'm not able to
Yes,
understand.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how to bring the connection string? Here, string underscore connection string equal to, what is the code we have? Builder dot configuration dot, it is calling a get connection string.
Get
Yes, sir.
connections. Get connections.
There
Get connection
you
string.
need to pass your connection string. What is the name of the connection string we created in JSON? Product con.
Product on.
And that product con will come here. Clear my point?
Yeah.
Say here nullable. Okay. And then this variable you are going to pass here.
So,
Clear my point?
I have one doubt.
Yes.
Suppose we have multiple connection string then.
Come again.
Suppose we have multiple connection string then.
See, always you will have multiple connection strings. It's not possible in one project. Always you will split the UI logic with the different database. That is why we are going for microservice. Understand my point?
Sir, suppose
sir.
our project is referring multiple databases, then
Yes, sir,
at the
that's why.
Your DB context will change, right? Your connection string variable name also will
no,
change, right? You can add
I'm
n number
saying
of connection strings in the JSON.
we can add, but if suppose we are using multiple database at same time,
That's what I'm saying.
in the
In
I'm
the,
saying if suppose our application referring multiple database, okay, it
hmm.
getting data from multiple like
You create a number
data.
of filter object, right? With the based on the DB context. Assume product DB context is one database. Order
Okay,
DB
okay.
context will be in
Okay.
another
Huh.
database. Listen,
Other
Okay.
listen.
database.
Okay, got it, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. In the
Yeah.
builder.service add DB context, you can create multiple object as a registration, right?
Okay, sir. Yeah, right.
That is how you have to go, right?
Got it, sir.
Fine. So now, after doing this, you got the object of the DB context? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Hmm.
You got the object of DB context or not?
Yes.
And then, where you will inject this DB context in the service layer or controller layer?
Service layer.
Service layer. In the service layer constructor, you are going to inject what? DB context.
In service layer or in repository layer, sir?
In service layer.
Service layer.
Service is calling the repository. Controller is calling the service. Who is calling the repository?
Service.
Controller will call repository. Repository will call service, right, sir?
No, no, no. Controller is calling a service. Service will call a repository.
Huh.
Okay.
Service is acting like manager section.
Come again.
Here service is like manager section. Provide business logic.
If controller is calling service and service call is calling repository, then repository should talk to DB, right?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Subhajit?
No, sir. We should be calling it in the product service because since we are injecting the objects in the repository service layer, so over there we should be calling it.
So here, I'm going to create object for product DB context. What context?
Product DB.
I say product DB context. Here, private read only product DB context underscore DB context. This is how it will work. After that, this dot DB context equal to product DB context. This is how you have to call that. Now, in the list of product, instead of calling a prepare product, what I'm going to call here is this dot underscore DB context dot products dot to list. Clear my point? Clear my point? Say yes or no.
Sir, have you created that DB context inside a repository folder?
Yes.
Okay, got it, sir. I thought you have created different repository layer.
No, 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 no.
And okay, okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Now here, before it has to create object for the DB context, I have to pass it to my base class. Base class constructor with the connection strings. For that, you are going to have here DB context options of product DB context options. No. Not this one. Okay. Here you need to pass base options. Clear my point? Why I am passing the base? Can anyone
Base.
tell me?
Based on constructor.
My option builder will passing to my DB context base class, which is indirectly contacting to the database. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Then only whenever I call this product method, this DB set will talk to the DB context, get the data from the database. Clear my point?
Yeah, clear.
Now, build the project. Time is 10:50. I think it will take another 15-20 minutes. Something wrong. Okay, I'll remove this. Will succeeded. Now, go to tools, go to Nugget package, console, CLS. You need to build a migration script. Till now, you are not created any table in the database. You completed your .NET code. Add migration. Okay. Product DB. Enter. What will happen? It will create a migration script for you. Okay. Time being, go to here to change it to transient. It will not allow you to create a singleton. Time being, you make it as single transient. Go to package manager console. Okay, can anyone read this? What is the issue? Huh?
Needs a primary key in product model.
You need a
Primary
key in the
key.
product model. But if you look into the product model, I never defined anywhere key property, right? So
Yes,
here
sir.
Yes.
you go and say key. Clear my point? This will comes from the system.component.data annotation. Now build it. Then go to console, CLS. It created two files automatically. You see, in the solution explorer, you got a migration folder newly created.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
In that migration folder, you have two files. One is a snapshot file, another one is a DB file. This snapshot file will try to build the model like this. You see, it is created a builder of model. Say sir, it created the database name as product model. with the product ID, and it is also creating an identity column by default. Cost, everything is added, and it also say ASCII as primary. And then it creates the table name as products, and it also has the data, everything here. Clear my point? This move up is nothing but whenever you call a move up, what will happen? The corresponding table with the data will be inserted. Now, build the project. After migration, you have to build the project. And then in the package manager console, next step is update -database product DB. It will create a script for you. Done everything. Now you go and see here. SQL script is automatically created. It first created a database name. Say yes or no?
Yes.
First it created a database name or not?
Yeah, created a database.
Database name. And then it created a table. Say yes or no, it is created a table or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
After creating the table, it is try to insert the data into the database or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And then finally the migration has been done. Now, build the project. Now you go to your service. You are calling this one, right? Put a breakpoint. Now see, it will directly get the data from the database. Now it is coming to the list product model which is in service. Say yes or no?
Yes.
Now it is holding the repository of DB context class.
Yeah.
Will it is holding the database DB model context class or not, sir? Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's holding.
And then F10. Now this product got the data.
Yes.
Where it is coming from? It is coming from DB or it is coming from the
DB.
code?
Code.
It is coming from
Come again?
It is coming from
the DB.
Data is coming from the
DB.
database. And then I'm giving back as usual. You perform your service layer and send best. You got it?
Sir, this one is a code first approach, okay?
Yes.
Could you please give one more example with DB first approach as well?
I will teach on Monday.
Okay, sir, no issue.
Anybody else?
Since if we having the multiple tables, so every time the tables will be created.
No, it won't create. It won't create. Only for the first time. In the subsequent time, except this statement, because this is needed to define the table. This and all you can unblock. This code will not execute. Everything you can comment it.
Okay.
Is entity framework
Now you
good?
see.
If
Now you
hello sir.
Listen. I commented everything. This is used for migration, not for the communication. Okay. I migrated. Some error it is throwing. Okay. Who's creating sound? Ganesh Bhojwani. Now try to run it. Now see, it won't affect anything.
Sir,
see-
actually, he's not saying like that. He's saying if suppose we have added one more class and we want to create table for that class in
No,
our database.
that I will do. Don't worry. There are a lot of things to do in the project.
Huh.
Don't worry.
Asking, I think, that question
Even I
actually.
will go with the primary key foreign key relationship. There are a lot of other things has to do. With the scenario, I will
Okay,
explain. Don't worry. No need to
okay,
think
okay,
much.
sir.
But is it a safe approach since you are running this script and at the end I am seeing that it's adding the insert statement. So there's no SQL. How you are handling the SQL injection on this? Any security measures?
See, SQL injection and all nobody will use. See, SQL injection, right now people are using this approach. There was no concept called SQL injection and anything. All they want is
But at the end you are running the scripts, right? You are adding a migration script. So I can see that there were insert statements.
no,
So
if you
how you are
want, you can
handling
do it.
such kind of
If you
things?
want to do it, if you don't want also, you can leave it. You create only you create only a table. Got it?
And using
But
link query, we can able to add that, na, sir?
Yeah, at the time of entering the data, you can directly add the data into the table.
Okay, sir.
You no need to worry about the SQL injection and all here. If you want to manually update data from the DB, you can go and do it. You create a scripts and keep it with you manually. Understand, Subhajit?
yeah, and during the production deployment, so this will be every time the DevOps will be doing such kind of scripts, right?
Yes. We will give
Running
them
this.
we'll give them the migration script to them. They will go and execute the migration script based on the project DLL.
Okay.
Yeah, as a
Migration
DevOps guy
script
will do all
means,
these things. We no need to worry.
sorry, sir. Migration scripts means which script, sir?
This one, this up down, this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that script we need to give the DevOps teams.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Mhm.
Subhajit, you got it?
Yeah, got it.
Lavanya,
Oh,
Mayuri,
Yeah, got
Vinay.
Yes. Like in real time, do we enter like all the data manually, or like we will refer to some JSON file and we'll do the
I will tell
migration?
that one tomorrow, Monday. I will
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
in detail.
Sure, sure, Narendra. Thanks.
Okay, guys.
Uh,
Mm.
so what is the benefit over EDO.NET versus this entity framework?
See, entity framework will run on top of ADO.NET with the connected architecture.
In the sense, can you elaborate on that?
I will explain. In earlier versions, you used to get either a data set or data reader. And then you will convert the data set value or data reader value into object manually, right?
Huh. Yeah.
ORM, ORM comes into picture. Instead of you do that, as a .NET Microsoft entity framework, I will do for you. You give me your entity. I will take care. I will talk to the table. I'll get it everything for you as an object. Instead of you writing a SQL, see, basically in the older version, you need to have a file called SQL Server something. I forget that name. Everybody will use that. Microsoft has given that file. You no need to write a connection string command and all. You just call a method from your repository class. Do you remember that, Saha?
Not exactly, but I
It is
got
a
your point.
static class. It is a
SQL
static.
helper.
Come again?
SQL helper.
I don't understand. Can you repeat it?
SQL helper, sir.
SQL helper. Thank you. SQL helper class will do everything and it will give you a data set or data reader. From there, you will build an object, right, Saha? All these things combined together, entity framework is taking care for. You no need to worry about your SQL helper commands. You no need to worry about your object mapping commands, everything. You tell me which object to map with which table. I will take care.
Okay, okay.
You understand my point?
Got it.
Hello, sir.
If you look into Java, they had JDBC, after that Hibernate, now they are in data JPA, correct?
Hmm. Yeah.
Similar way, in .NET, we have normal connected architecture and disconnected architecture, and then we move to SQL helper, and then we move to entity framework. Instead of writing so much of code logic, writing, creating, and all, entity framework will give for you. You just map your table, you just tell your connection string, and you install the corresponding packages. I will take care everything for you, return you an object. Is the statement is make sense?
Hello, sir.
Come again?
Yeah, it's yes, but I have the Chetan Atul from. I have the one question again, on a link you for entity framework. Suppose
Can you?
table having the yeah, in the table having the lakhs of records, so that time we are we are using the entity. So means entity is taking the whole records in means .NET Core, or what, only the making the connection
Before
on
core,
the table.
we have entity framework. Before core comes into picture in the 2015, 2012, that time entity framework comes into picture. There we have two types of approaches. DB first
Okay.
approach and code first approach. As Anjali asked me DB first approach, how to do it. That time entity framework
Yeah.
people will use for only DB first approach because they don't want to write they are unable to write a complex logic. Instead of that, they have to write a link query, which is very more complex and it requires a lot of complexities. To avoid
But
that,
in industry, yeah.
entity framework core given a feature that you tell me which table you want, I can build you a logic and give it to you. That's it.
Okay.
Make sense?
In entity, only entity, not core, it will also use the same, na sir?
No, that is a different approach. Somewhat little bit same, but the approach will be different.
Okay, okay, sir.
You don't have registration and all as a middleware. There you directly create object and send it. But here you have to register. Then only it will work.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Like in our project, there are 50 to 60 tables.
Hmm.
So our team have used Dapper ORM. When I asked to them why you didn't use entity framework, so they told it's very difficult to handle so much of table with entity framework.
Even Dapper also, you need to create a different files, right?
Yes.
Every table should have a separate class which will connect with the Dapper, right?
Yes.
Then
Um,
what is the
so,
difference between entity framework and Dapper? Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Dapper, you build your script in the code level, right?
Yes.
Instead of writing your SQL script in the backend, you write the SQL script in the front end itself. And I'll tell you, that is a very costliest approach. Why? Because in SQL, there are two things will happen. One is compilation, another one is execution. Whenever you pass a query, right? Ganesh,
Yes, sir.
that time, if your query is complex, it takes time for you to compile and execute.
Yes.
So that is the reason I won't prefer Dapper. Dapper for people easily writing the code, but that is not the right solution to go for Dapper. And that too, Dapper is a third party. It is not a Microsoft one.
Okay.
You
sir,
can
actually, I
auto map.
heard Dapper first time.
Come again?
I heard Dapper first time actually.
Yeah, I will explain it. In
Yeah.
microservice, we'll build one service using Dapper. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Subhajit? Chetan?
No, sir.
Vinay?
I'm good, Narendra.
Fine. Thank you, guys. We'll meet
Thank
on
you.
Monday.
Thank you,
Sure,
sir.
sure. Narendra, can you
Okay.
share the videos of yesterday's and today's as well?
Yeah, I'll call you. I will call you, Vinay, in 10 minutes.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, sure. Thank you.